Say nothing.
Mm-hmm. Flow with it, yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the RSN Wrestling Podcast. This is the mastermind, Sal, the S in RSN. We got on the other end, Rich, the big guy, the R in RSN.
What's going on, guys?
And today, this is another edition of a bi-weekly podcast that we usually do. It's called The Shoot. And this is one of the editions that are pretty much recapping some stuff going on from previous weeks and also going over what's going on in the future and in the business. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff has gone on since last week, right, Rich?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk. Last time I think we were talking about just battleground overall, just talking about what's going to happen, this, that. So it's happened. We know what happened already. There's a lot of different things that have, come to pass and everything like that. I mean, let's start off with one. I think one of the biggest things. So the Punjabi prison match, who retains? Your boy Jinder Mahal. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's going to be a very good run for him.
So what do you think this means for the future, though?
Well, with the whole build-up, it could be either very disappointing with someone who's a superhero beats him for his title number 17.
Right. I wonder who.
Which I'm actually hoping and praying that it's not him.
Well, I think I know what you're talking about. It's a certain guy that we've seen enough of, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. By the way, 2K18 just released, and supposedly they have a premium package for Cena, and it's celebrating his 15 years in the company, and the title is Cena Enough. Cena, N-U-F-F. Cena Enough. So yeah, it's for the people that are saying, let's go Cena, and then others, Cena sucks.
Yeah, we've seen enough of him.
Indeed, we have. I mean, but I feel like this is going to drive into the main event of Cena fighting Jinder at some point.
Well, we could always just transition into more current stages.
Yeah.
With what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, well, before we go into that, I mean, of course, in the Battleground, we also saw the return of.
Oh, we forgot to mention something.
Oh no, we always have. Yeah.
There's actually a certain person who is not here with us right now.
Yes, indeed. So
if you remember in the group chat on Facebook, he said just mention something for him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, being the fact that all three of us, Rich, Sal, and Nick, we always talk in group chats, to talk about what we're going to be discussing. As everyone knows, Nick has more personal matters, which are more important, like family and stuff, work. That's more important than doing the show. We asked him, does he want to make a little pop-up appearance to give you guys the state of pro wrestling opinion? And he was going to, but he had previous engagements. But he said on the next shoot, he will be joining us. So in the next 2 weeks, you will be hearing the lovely voices of all three of us again.
Indeed, yeah, that's true. I mean, on top of the fact, well, of course, Nick is, of course, you call him the Nick Lopez, who runs PWO.
I apologize.
Yes,
I forgot to mention the.
That's right. I mean, it's also another thing, the fact that, he's the guy that's pretty much the head of PWO, another site that's very, very reputable.
No, not just the site. It's the wrestling site.
The wrestling site. The wrestling site where you can get all your tip-top news, up to minute by minute news. Pretty much, by the details. So be sure for that. But, I mean, I think last time we spoke to him, he was talking about how India, right?
Yes, other countries. Specifically, there's a big following of professional wrestling in India.
That's right. I mean, it's pretty interesting to see.
I would probably say that's the second biggest country that has a wrestling following, with number one being Japan.
That's right. That's true. I mean, that's another thing too is the fact that look at India right now. Probably one of the biggest democracy in Asia right now. They, of course, I mean, that a lot of companies want to get into there for the money, you know. And here's the thing, WWE has been trying so hard, but look at PWO. PWO has gone this far. They've gotten people from India to come through and just talk, of course, consume that product right there, which is PWO.
What did I say in the group chat though? U.S. fans just read about it online. You even mentioned India post wrestling results in their newspapers. That's unheard of.
Yeah, that's right. Japan has a history of doing that. India has been trying to do that right now, especially with
when Jinder Mahal beat Orton for the title.
Mm-hmm.
They showed on SmackDown the newspapers, and what was the number one thing? Jinder Mahal wins title.
Yeah, he was on in all of Indian media. He was like the headlight. But I mean, before that, you look at their roots from way before. WWE, every time they go there, they always sell out. TNA goes there, they always sell out. Or right now, GFW, they sell out. But
yeah, but the thing is, instead of people paying for the tickets, GFW is paying people to go to the shows.
That's right. That's true. I mean, but nonetheless, I mean, we thank, of course, on behalf of, I guess, Nick.
Us three at the RSN podcast. Thank you guys.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, all the time. And I bet if he was here, he'd be thanking you guys too right now. So definitely, next time we'll be sitting, we're gonna be talking about that. So for sure. But moving on. We talked about, of course, Battleground. Of course, Kali came back, which is a big reveal. Everybody's like, "Holy shit, he came back! Oh my god!"
To be honest, as everyone, Sal, you could just tell them the story about how I got my information.
Well, yeah, he got a little tunnel, of course. Yeah, so Rich, of course, he runs the Twitter page, which is called, of course, at RSN Podcast, which is the headline there. You check it out there. Pretty much, he gets the up-to-date information right there. It's as if he gone into a tunnel from Brooklyn all the way to Connecticut into Triple H's offices, makes a mess just because we're Brooklyn motherfuckers. That's why we're from Brooklyn.
Don't clean up.
Yeah, we don't clean up because we're Brooklyn. We're from Brooklyn. Brooklyn represent. And then next thing you know, gets all the information and then leaks it out on the internet. So
this son of a bitch.
That's how good it is.
This son of a bitch, Paul Levesque, did not have this in his cabinet. The great Kali coming back.
That's right.
This son of a bitch did not have it. They kept this one very secretive.
That's right. Yep. So
very upset.
So they get tougher and tougher.
I have to do even more research now.
I know. Now you got to get even more, creative with the way that you're doing it. I think they're onto you now. They're onto you.
I need a little. Not trying to sound racist or nothing, but I need a little Chinese hacker right now.
Yep, we need it. Yeah. That's right. We need some hackers. We need some, some Edward Snowden for WWE and everything like that.
So if there's any fans that have a little hacking backgrounds, please send me your resume. I'll throw you on payroll.
By the way, disclaimer: we don't support this here at RSN. Just saying.
But we need this one. We actually need it. So, send you hackers. Please send us your resumes at Twitter or Facebook, and we will throw you onto the payroll of RSN.
That's right.
By the way, there is no payroll, but
there's no payroll. But of course, you're offering the best news to basically the best fans that are out there, the most informed fans out there. So, just to let you know. Of course, another thing that's big happening in RSN. I say in RSN alone. So I think we talked about this extensively, Rich. So of course, what's happening right now? So of course, I work at a gym. I'm not gonna say pretty much which one, but I'll tell you. So I'm working at a gym, and my boss calls me.
Oh, is this the breaking news that you were gonna reveal?
Yes. And this is not only for myself personally, but I think also for RSN, and I wholeheartedly believe that. So of course, I'm sitting in my, I'm just sitting there, training my clients, whatever. And the next thing he taps me on the shoulder. He says, "Sal, come to my office." I'm like, damn, I'm getting written up. I'm getting fired. Am I going to get the Vince? You're fired. You're getting Vince. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to put it on a list. I don't know. So then, and this guy's a big Jericho fan. So he'll tell me, he'll be like, "Sal, You made a list. I was like, oh. Fuck.
You know what happens when you actually do work? Do you? Huh? Do you? You just made the list.
Fuck shit. Yeah. So that's basically my thoughts in the head. So I was like, oh my god. So the next thing you know, I go over to the office and everything. He's like, you're a big wrestling fan, right? I said, yeah. He's like, so you're free August 22nd, 3rd, and 4th, right? Or whenever Raw, SmackDown, and SummerSlam is.
I think it's 20th, 21st, 22nd.
Yeah. So he's like, guess what? You're coming with me to Barclays. I said, why? He's like, oh, because I got free tickets. I was like, holy shit, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, when the first thing I heard, I was like, you know what? I have to bring Sal. I was like, thank you very much. I was like, oh shoot, that's fucking dope. So I was like, oh shit. But, and at this point, I was thinking,
by the way, the ticket prices are coming out of your payroll.
Most likely, that's what's gonna happen. I mean, if anything, I'm going to take that. Fuck it. So I'm talking to him about it. He says, okay, cool. I'm like, no problem, appreciate it. He's like, how do you get the tickets? So of course, how I got the tickets, I'm not gonna pretty much go into that much, but pretty much he knows somebody who knows somebody in WWE that got the tickets. That's what I come through. So I said, okay. And then I think the day after, he goes ahead and he taps me on the shoulder. He says, Sal? I said, what? They got some big news. I said, what? We already got tickets to SummerSlam, right? No. Guess what? I said, what? He's like, we might be having backstage passes.
Wow. That's big.
First thing after that, my eyes lit up and I was like, holy shit. That's crazy. Now I can go behind the stage. I can go behind to find Kevin Dunn.
Possibly.
Grab his little fucking backside.
Possibly.
And then go ahead and strangle his ass and proceed to go ahead and fuck him up and suplex him in the fucking production truck where the thing is happening. And after that, suplex him off the truck. And hopefully they get me to go ahead and take over to do production for the show. Hopefully. I never know.
Because if that's the case, you already know who to call. We could actually write a good story for these guys.
Like I said, everything is anything's possible, but that's it's still possible. So things are still pending. We're not sure yet. We'll have to see. Of course, I mean, I think I was telling you before. I'll try to get tickets. I was trying to ask if we can get tickets, probably so that all three of us can come. All three of us are here at Arts and Wrestling Podcast.
And if it can happen, you guys might actually get a live backstage RSN show.
You never know. At a WWE event, which is pretty crazy. Regardless, at SummerSlam weekend, we will pretty much RSN will be there at some capacity. We will be there behind the stage or backstage or doing something. Doing some coverage in some capacity, one form or another. So definitely stay tuned for that. So we got, like I said, beginning of the year we said we're gonna knock doors down. We're not knocking on doors. We're kicking the motherfuckers off their hinges. So just know that this is RSN Wrestling Podcast. Just know that
this could be the start.
This could be the start, indeed. Yep. I mean, moving on. So we're talking about SummerSlam, of course. What are your thoughts on Takeover? I haven't watched NXT so far. I mean, I know you've been watching pretty much, right?
Oh yeah, I'm a big NXT mark.
So yeah, tell us what's pretty much going on, because I haven't been up to date with it yet. I'm totally out of it.
The main event is Bobby Roode versus Drew McIntyre. It's gonna be a great match, or as one may say, a glorious match. The women's title is finally going to go into the proper hands of Ember Moon, because it's Ember versus Asuka. Tag team titles, it's not set in stone, but it's going to be Sanity versus Authors of Pain.
Wow, pretty interesting.
The match I'm actually looking forward to, Hideo Itami versus Aleister Black.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hearing a lot about Aleister Black. I heard he's hot fire right now. He's like
Triple H wants him up.
Top. I think he should. He's ready for it. By looking at it, it's
the
crazy.
Reason why they kept him in NXT because they wanted him to adapt first before he gets his call up. But I'm very, very happy that he's getting this match at TakeOver Brooklyn. Because the last 2 weeks in NXT, he's faced Kyle O'Reilly, and he also faced Bobby Fish, both former Ring of Honor members.
That's right. I mean, we had, of course, Kyle O'Reilly came back. He came to WWE first time, debuted. Bobby Fish came to NXT, of course. He debuted. What do you feel about Adam Cole's situation right now? Do you think he's gonna show up?
Adam Cole, baby. He's coming
Adam
to
Cole.
NXT.
Adam Cole, baby. When do you think? When's the timetable? What do you think? When do you think he's gonna come?
Take over Brooklyn.
Thing in Brooklyn? You take over Brooklyn?
Take over Brooklyn. Mark my words.
Well, what do you hear? What are you hearing about this whole faction? You heard that they're trying to make a faction of ROH guys?
I'm so with it. I am so.
But you gotta understand. Though. Vince is not that kind of factions, right?
But it's.
Oh wait.
It's not Vince.
Messing up.
It's not.
That's right. Fuck Vince.
It's not Vince's call. This is actually his son-in-law.
Right. So, what do you think would be in that faction?
Red Dragon, Roddy. I don't know. No. See, that's the thing, because a lot of these guys from Ring of Honor are either out of the company or on the main roster.
I was actually thinking about Austin Aries, but then I was like, no, they kicked him out. That would have been a perfect fit for him, but it didn't work.
Well, Red Dragon.
What do you feel about Red Dragon and Adam Cole?
Oh, Gargano, Ciampa could be in the faction. But that's going to be hard because when Ciampa comes back from his surgery, he's going to be feuding with Gargano. So that would be a little bit hard. That's
culminating in NXT Brooklyn, right? In Brooklyn, they're going to go ahead and they're going to finish that, aren't they?
No, Ciampa's out.
Oh, he's still out?
It was supposed to be that he was going to come back before, but the surgery is going to take longer to recover.
I see. So it might be, I guess, once he's fixed, that's when they're going to go on with this program.
It's probably going to be TakeOver Philly, which will be Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble weekend, yeah. I mean, it's pretty interesting, though, to see that. I mean, it's like, they really want to – I think this is probably one of the hottest feuds they got so far in a while.
And if you remember from the CWC, they had a great match, Gargano and Ciampa.
That was a match of the year candidate, that match. I remember. That was in 2016.
Yeah.
Big match. That was pretty crazy. I mean, it's a good story, too, to build off of. And
to be honest, once that match happened, you saw, like, after the match, you saw the face that he was giving Gargano.
Yep. I mean, it's interesting though, because see that, like, and there were rumors going around saying that, they're gonna break them up. Of course, from there they won the tag titles, and then it was like they broke up, and they started this whole angle. And now they're actually bringing it to full fruition. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see. It kind of brings you back. Would you say it's kind of like how it was with Sammy and Owens and ROH?
Kind of, but it's two different. It's like two different weight classes, though.
Yeah. It is though. But I mean, it's like toned down. It's like, I guess, toned down version for that. But it's still pretty interesting. I guess everybody still wants to see that,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, well, what do you think about this whole thing with the Superstar shakeup? Did you hear about this?
Yeah, that they're gonna be a new thing where you could get brought down to NXT.
What have you heard so far about your options? Because I know you run that Twitter page, so you gotta have some news for us. Who's going down to NXT?
I'm only gonna give one name. If actually, I'll give one name now, and every week I'll reveal one or two names on Twitter.
Until they do the stake shakeup, right?
That, and it also brings more viewers to the Twitter page.
Definitely. To keep following that at RSM Pocket. Well, what are you at right now? How many followers you got there on that page?
I will let you know right now.
I think last time I checked, we had like about 60 or like 50.
We are at 46 because I think a lot of the pages are like fake pages.
I see. So 46 actual active people?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow. That's still pretty good, though. Well, I know for our, our YouTube page, we're about to hit 2,000 views.
That's great.
Pretty big deal. Like I said, RSM podcast, we're starting to go, up this route. I know with PWO, same thing. We again.
Oh, Nick said July was the best month ever. He said.
Yeah, July was the best month ever for him. By the way, PWO, Pro Wrestling Opinion, check that out. Definitely got to. Best site. I always talk about it. If I'm trying to, sit in class and I'm like bored as fuck, I'm like, damn, I can't keep hearing this professor talk. I'm about to go to sleep.
Just remember, kids, do not listen to the story, kids. Stay in school. Definitely. Pay attention.
Definitely. Yes. You always need to stay attention in class. So there's times where I'm in class and I'm like, damn, I'm bored as fuck. So, of course, you sit over there and, and then I open up the page and I'm literally looking at everything and it's kind of like I'm basically picturing the whole thing in my head. Meanwhile, the professor's telling me, did you hear last word I said? I was like, oh, no, I didn't. You know why? Because I was looking at Pro Wrestling Opinion. Oh, okay.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, what's that? It was like, oh, it's one of the best, wrestling sites. Of course, the best site that shows the best news and everything like that in regards to wrestling. You go on there, pretty much you get the full up-to-date details. I'm literally reading right now, professor in class, and I learned everything.
Do they cover Roman Reigns?
Oh yeah, they cover that motherfucker. They cover Eva Marie, which we're gonna talk about in a few minutes. They also cover, Kevin Dunn, maybe if you wanted to, but we're requesting it. It's gonna happen. So, like I said, they cover everything. But check it out.
Pro Wrestling Opinion. Going back to what we said before, we started talking about Twitter and Pro Wrestling Opinion. The first name, going down to NXT after the Superstar Shakeup.
Mm-hmm.
The Certified G, the Bonafide Stud.
Damn. Really?
Yeah.
What do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? I think it feels like does it feel like kind of a demotion? I heard people tell me it's like a demotion. It's basically like you're being put down to be
Well,
to the juniors.
Well, the joke that's always on Facebook and Twitter and all that. If you get called up to the main roster, that's kind of a demotion.
I see that. Yeah, that's true. And
going to NXT is a promotion.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way. It does because NXT is overall a better quality product compared to WWE right now. But in regards to
because Triple H knows how to run shit.
Yeah. Creatively, it's one of the best products. It's kind of like you're comparing chicken salad and chicken shit. That's basically what it is. You have chicken shit, which is WWE, and you got chicken salad, which is NXT. And then WWE has this kind of way of turning chicken salad into chicken shit right away. So that's that's what's going to happen right there.
If you look what they did with Enzo.
Oh man, it's brutal. What do you feel about that? So you see Carmella, she's basically guaranteed and destined to become a women's champ.
She is. Just a matter of when.
And they got, of course, Cass right now, who's destined to become either a champion of some kind, who has his own run right now. But how do you feel like with Enzo? Because I heard that he's got a lot of backstage heat from some reason,
I personally think he should either go to NXT or 205.
NXT or 205. People are saying that he should be at 205. I mean, if you saw the latest episode of Bring It to the Table, they were, they were talking about it. They were like, okay, you know what? Best place for Enzo would be 205 Live. And really looking at it, you kind of look at the opinions, you're like, is it really? I mean, if you really think about it, it's like, look at 205 right now. They're doing pretty bad in the ratings. I mean, they haven't been showing a good program.
If you bring a decent name, because you think about it, he is kind of a big name. Bring him in, they might actually get viewers.
That's right. I mean, it feels like it's still, but it's like it's kind of like this. You have this roster. You had this plan a year ago. After the CWC was such a big hit. It was a big hit. People looked at it like, holy shit, this is like a new thing, a new kind of, influx of, different diverse kind of culture here. This is pretty interesting. And then after that, they launched the show. Of course, I think 205 Live is about to be about, a year old almost,
Just about, yeah.
Yes, about. I think it opened up in August? The CWC was last year in July and August, right? So September, October, that's when they released 205 Live. Same thing now. It's like, they're about to reach that year anniversary. It's like, what have they done in a year? It's like,
Want to shit?
yeah. I mean, what do you feel like is bringing 205 Live down? You know, do you feel like it's the fatigue of the fans? Like, do fans really want to sit down and watch SmackDown and then watch 205 Live, or do they just like to leave and that's it done, get it out because they're exhausted?
Well, it's like Taz said on the Taz show,
Mhm.
which is a great podcast. You should guys
Mhm.
should also go check that out. He basically said that a lot of these fans,
Mhm.
they're already tired by the time SmackDown ends when they're watching it in person.
That's right. That's true.
So
It is. Yeah.
you see a
I
lot of
mean,
negative feedback.
yeah. You see people leaving the crowd early, and they're like, that's it. But what do you feel can? All right, let me ask you this. So if you had the book, Vince said, you know what? Here, Triple H is, he's on vacation, or he's trying to do something with, someone else or something else. He's doing this whole women's title tournament. We got to build up 205 Live. What would you do?
Use better talent or get better storylines.
But how can we? We only got 11. I mean, if you think about it, you only got about a handful of cruiserweight wrestlers right now, right? Ho Hogan just got released. Austin Aries just left. I think a couple of people are still inactive here and there. Zack Sabre Jr. is, of course, in New Japan. You got what's it called, Lince Dorado, who comes back here and there.
Kota
Grand
Ibushi.
Metalik, Kota Ibushi, who's in New Japan, same thing. Grand Metalik, who's in Mexico right now. It's like, out of all the people that were there in the Cruiserweight Classic, how many of them are actually real cruiserweights? I mean, look at the Singh brothers, for example, the Bollywood boys. They're not they're not in the cruiserweight picture. Look at Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano. One's injured, the other one's inactive, kind of in a way.
My personal opinion, Gargano and Ciampa are more title material.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of bringing back the same thing. It's like, in reality, out of the 25 people that were in the tournament,
32.
They're down to about 32. Yeah, they're down to about, I'd say, what?
You have Cedric, you have Rich Swann, TJP, Neville.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. It's kind of like this. They're breaking them, and they're kind of breaking them apart and kind of dispersing them. They got Cedric. They got Noam Dar on Raw, just doing their own thing, doing this bullshit Alicia Fox storyline. And then you have
Alicia Fox. Yeah. Which, by the way, if you want to read about the Cruiserweight Classic, you can go to ProWrestlingOpinion.com.
Hands down, the best review of the Cruiserweight Classic ever.
That was a nice little plug.
That was I mean, it's not a plug. It's the truth, though. It is the truth. I see all these wrestling sites. This is a shoot right now. It's a shoot right now.
Oh, by the way, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
How much is it to go on ProWrestlingOpinion.com?
You want to hear what the price is?
Yes, I'm very, very.
If we were here in person, I would write down the price for you, and you would be shocked. So what I'll do is this: I'll take this. Take a pen. This is what I'll do. This is for you and your viewers. Take a like a Post-it or like a piece of paper, right?
Okay.
Get a pen. Okay, you got that, right?
Yep, got it in my hand right now.
So now what you do is, right, you take the pen, you put it on one point of the paper, okay? All right. And then what you do? You turn that around. Just keep turning it around, okay? In a circle. That's how much it is.
Zero?
Zero is free. Is that interesting?
So you mean unlike Pro Wrestling Insider or anything that Dave Meltzer writes for?
Yeah.
I don't have to pay $9.99.
You don't have to pay jack shit. That's how it is. And the best part is you're not just getting RSN podcast right here. You're getting PWO.
Oh, you're also getting other stuff that Nick does too.
Oh, and also we're getting another thing too that you do, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that right? We got the RSN Twitter page, right? So you gotta look at that. That's one hell of a deal. We got 3 different things you're getting in one thing. So basically, it's the past, present, future, now, forever, beyond, and everything wrestling.
You also get the other interview that Nick did with Jake Durden.
Yeah, which you did, I think, last year. Now he did another one, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which I guess next shoot we'll talk to him about that. We'll go into depth with this, so you'll probably see that soon.
And you also get all the companies that he covers.
Yep. ROH, AML, WWE, of course, the big guys, small guys, everybody. GFW.
And also the new company he just started covering. New
Really?
Japan.
Japan, yes. Which is also having their thing right now. Well, what do you feel about New Japan right now? Are there any news coming out for indies right now?
New Japan, nothing really. Just that Kenny Omega will be defending the New Japan US title against a mystery opponent.
Interesting. Wow.
But they won't.
What do you feel about this
They
whole
won't
thing?
reveal who it is.
Did you
Though.
hear about this? Oh, well, what do you feel about this whole thing with the rumors that the Bullet Club is disbanded? Because Tom, I don't know if you've seen Tommy Tonga's promo. He cut a big promo, I think, during the G1 Climax press conference, and that made headlines everywhere. I don't know if you heard that. Have you seen that?
I briefly listened to it, but just for the sake of the fans, just in case they didn't watch it, can you sum up what he said quickly?
But from what I heard, he said that he says a lot of choice words. He said a lot of different things about, like, I guess, the whole, thing. He's like, yo, you see the same faces every fucking time. They're always doing it. You see Kenny Omega killing it all the time. And then, he's just like, we're the fucking best. I come here every single time. I put my fucking hard work in it, and I'm always doing it. You're telling me that I'm not enough? Fuck you. I'm fucking good. And then basically he just goes on a rant, like a full-blown rant. And people are like, holy shit. And then I guess he just, broke the internet. And then on top of that, I think there was a match between him and Kenny.
That was
and
a great match.
That was a good, great, fantastic match. I think in the beginning of the match, he was wearing like an elite, I think, like on his pants or something like that.
I think
and
Kenny had.
Yeah.
I think Kenny had a lead and Tama had Bullet Club.
Yeah, and that pissed him off. He was just like, he was holding the shirt, just taunting and everything like that. And then,
but just on out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What they should do, not like if they do disband, like if they go separate ways, they should do Bullet Club versus the Elite.
Elite, yeah.
You have definitely. Kenny in the Bucks versus Cody, Marty Scurll, and Hangman.
That's right. Well, right now they're saying that it's kind of
I think
it's a civil war.
I think that would be a great 6-man tag.
It definitely would. I mean, but I think it's kind of like a civil war because Marty Scurll, Cody, and Hangman are still in the Bullet Club. But I'd say, like, if you were to make a branch out of the Bullet Club, you'd have the original Bullet Club with Finn Balor, Carl Anderson, and Bad Luck Fale, and then it branches out from, the whole thing with AJ Styles and everybody else. And then basically, after AJ and them left, it was just, down to this small group, which is like Kenny, Bad Luck Fale, God, all those guys. And now it's like everyone's scattered. It kind of seems like the same way. Where it's like, and basically, like I heard this from one of my coworkers. They were telling me, it's basically civil war. Don't you think?
It's falala.
Falala. Ooh, that's too sweet right there. Oh my god.
And if you think about it, it is true what Cody said. Yeah. People are saying, "Oh, what's going on with Adam and Kenny? Who's the leader?"
Yeah. I remember he's like, this is a round table. This is Camelot. And then Kenny looks at him and says, he's like
Camelot.
Camelot. This is Valhalla.
Ooh, too sweet that, bro.
Oh man, that was big. And he put it up. He's like, mediocrity loves success. And then he said something about company loves. Oh man, that hit me hard.
Misery loves company.
Oh shit, that just hit me hard. I was like, holy shit.
That was a great promo by Bullet Club. Promo.
The American Nightmare and the Bullet Club. Yep.
And then of course you get the Young Bucks with their randomness.
Yeah, with their whole, the spray and everything. It's like, really, come on.
Hardys, we're coming back. We have to go home, make business, make love to our wives, have more kids, blah, blah, blah. When they come back better, more goals, better sideburns.
More hung, right?
Yeah.
That's what they say, more hung, but yeah, but the same. Well, we're talking about, of course, guess who's coming back, though? Who? Supposedly it's related to that, so just to let you know. A diva's coming back. Did you hear about this?
Who is?
It's a certain diva that was in a certain sex tape who went to TNA, I guess, in the backstage, and, for her, supposedly boyfriend or whatever, and all that stuff.
Oh, you mean keep it PG, don't get all rated R like your boy Xavier Woods?
Yeah. That's right. Paige, right? Paige is coming back. Suppose that's what they're saying. They're saying that supposedly she has
She got cleared. She got medically cleared to return, and
if the company wants her, the company wants her back. It's like, whoa, really? Like after all that's happened, after the whole allegation that she was taking cocaine, that she was, she had a miscarriage, that she got into a fight with Del Rio, that, and this whole sex tape deal, they're still having her in the company.
And not even that, it's the fact. Yeah. What are you going to do with her?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. The Rock is making a movie out of her, right?
Yeah.
And I think Vince even said, if we do release Paige, the fear is she'll go to GFW, and then when Rock releases a film on Paige, it's going to be like, what the fuck? They really fucked up. It's like, oh, now all this buzz is on her. And that's therefore going to go for TNA. That's what they think. But it's like, come on, Vince. You can't think like that. Like, really, come on. How big is GFW anyway? Are they even a threat still? Are they even on your radar at this point? They're the same guys that are suing the Hardys. Who? The Owl. The Owl? Fuck the Owl?
Don't know.
Don't know, right? I don't know either, yeah. I suppose it's a big company and, they're trying to sign Rey Mysterio, but that shit's going down, So,
well,
the thing
WWE
is, it's like,
was supposed to sign Rey Mysterio, but Vince doesn't want to because the relationship that he has with Conan.
Conan, yes, I've heard that. Supposedly, is Conan getting in the way of that, or do you feel like it's Conan fucking him up?
To be honest, I don't know. Because right now, Conan is running LAX really well in GFW, TNA, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah. I think at this point, Conan is more of like he's like an enhancer for all the other talent. He's not the kind of guy that,
and if you look at who LAX has now,
yeah,
you have 3 young people in Santana, Diamante, and I forgot the other person.
Well, they got a female, right?
Yeah, that's Diamante.
Diamante. Oh,
Santana. It's Santana, Ortiz, and Diamante. The 3 young people.
Right.
Then you have the veterans in Conan and Homicide.
Yeah.
And then you have the person who just joined, Low Key.
Low Key.
Yeah, Low Key joined.
Really? Low Key joined. Really interesting. Unless it's because they're trying to make like an NWO faction. Because I heard, didn't Del Rio join too?
No, he was supposed to, but it was part of the storyline.
Oh, I see. Okay. But it kind of feels like, that's the thing. WWE needs more. I think, the business needs more of that. They need more Paul Heyman. People.
Oh wow, I didn't even know this about Diamante. She was in NXT.
Diamante. Yeah, I think she was. She looks familiar. She really did look familiar. I think it was either her or
she only had 1 match.
Yeah.
In on March 22nd, 2017.
That's a dark match, right?
No, I think it was a regular match on. She probably faced Asuka.
Oh, really? Probably as like a jobber or whatever. Yeah, that's probably why. But then, what do you feel about So you feel like Rey Mysterio is not going to be going to WWE anytime soon, right? Because of course they got that extensive drug policy, and it's like, do they really want to have this guy kind of come in, give him the book, and then next thing you know, he does something, and then the drug test shows up negative? It's like, okay, I guess we totally fucked that up. And I was like, okay, let's just have him sit down and not do anything. Like, what do you feel about that? Do you feel he's going to go to WWE, or he's going to stay and go to GFW?
He's probably going to go to GFW and join LAX.
That'd be big, though. That'd be pretty big.
That would actually be a big addition to the group.
That would definitely. I mean, and I heard another acquisition. What do you call it? Morrison.
And.
Yeah.
Taya.
What about Melina?
What is that?
What about Melina? Isn't Melina going to be in it too?
I don't know, because Morrison probably won't want her in.
Oh, I see. So there's probably a lot of drama then going on. That's the thing. Because, of course, Robbie Hardy's out, so, that leaves the door open. So, let's see about that. What do you feel about this whole thing? Well, I don't know if we spoke about this last time. Karen Angle and Braun Strowman.
I doubt that's even true.
You think it's false? You think it's a false story?
Yeah, I think it's false.
Really? Because they said that it was actually. They said that Karen Angle, I think, made a statement. She's like, it was a, she's like, people were going out of proportion, this, that. We were both. It was a matter of two drunk people just, being drunk and rambling words. And another person was like, oh, it was just a small thing. It wasn't that big a deal, whatever. But do you believe it?
No,
Do you believe it at all?
I don't believe that at all.
I mean, it kind of feels like a false story. It's like, because you got to think about it. Who released the story?
Karen Angle.
No, who released the story? The story.
I don't know, to be honest.
It's a certain guy with the two letters DM. I'm gonna talk about Instagram DM. DM.
Oh, him?
Dave Meltzer. Yeah, he released the story. So, I mean, you have your own words about Dave Meltzer, right? So you tell us what you think about that.
He's a fucking piece of shit.
That's damn right. That's what he said, man. That's what's up. He's of course telling all kinds of stories. It's like, come on, man. Really, it's hard to say exactly.
Well, if it came from a specific person named Ryback, you definitely know it's not true at all.
Oh, definitely. Well, what do you feel about Ryback right now? This whole thing with, this whole thing where he's trolling. I don't know. Do you feel like he's trolling, or do you feel like it's actually true of him? He's just being himself.
To be honest, I think it's hilarious, the stories that he tells.
Oh my God, it's fucking.
It was his idea to do the triple powerbomb for the Shield.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to squash AJ Styles at WrestleMania. He was supposed to fight Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 30. He was supposed to end the streak.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, shut up.
He's a fucking juice head. That's what's going on. He's a fucking juice head who I think has too many steroids in his fucking brain and it's been fucking with his thinking. That's why what's going on. His receptors in his fucking brain are all out of whack. So now it's like, you know what? Ryback.
Did you know that it was his idea to come up with WrestleMania?
Really?
Yeah.
I heard that it was his idea to come up with what you call it, to have Eva Marie get released too.
No, it was his idea to push her.
Oh, it was a pusher. Oh, my fault. Well, what do you feel about the whole thing with Eva Marie? Your girl left, man.
It's about goddamn time. That contract was finally up.
Yep. You said this, I think, what, about 2-3 weeks ago? And it came true. So just tells you. Go to at RSN Podcast, follow it on Twitter, get the full updates before it's the fucking thing, before it's fucking official. So thanks. Kudos to Rich for that. So definitely. And that's like I think the best news. That's I think a celebration, wouldn't you say? For RSN.
Oh, without a doubt. Well, was she the first member of the Hall of Shame?
Yeah, I think she was, yeah.
No, I think she might have been the second or the third. First might have been Kevin Dunn.
But I think she might have been tied with Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon, but it's hard to say. So, or Roman Reigns, so it's hard to say exactly who. So,
hey, it's been a while since we inducted someone.
It's been a while, big time. So, who do you feel we should induct next?
Karen Angle.
Karen Angle. Why Karen?
The story she made up about Braun.
Well, it's hard to dispute because they said that was actually true. There was actually there were witnesses that said they actually saw the whole thing. So.
Yeah, but who was the witnesses?
Fans.
She probably paid them to say it.
Paid them or probably hallucinated and stuff.
Just like GFW has to pay fans to go watch the shows in India.
Right. Well, all right, so let me piggyback off of that. You know what I think should deserve it, though?
Who?
GFW and their legal team.
In general?
Specifically, Ed, whatever it's called, Ed, whoever the fucking name is. Ed, fuck the Wow Nordholm, whatever his fucking name is. Ed Nordholm, the fucking GFW, whatever that shit is. You know why? Simply because of the fact that they dropped the case with Matt Hardy and the broken gimmick.
Fuck that owl.
Oh my God, fuck the owl indeed. Because now, guess what? He's not willing to negotiate that. He said, no, it's our fucking property. We don't give a fuck. This is our fucking thing. We don't care. And here's a really funny part.
Well, just so you know,
yeah,
they lost the battle for the copyrights.
That's right. They tried to trademark those things, and the next thing you know, either Matt Hardy got the upper hand on that, or it didn't go through simply because people looked at it and said, "Who's the one filing the complaint? Oh, it was Ed Nordholm from GFW. Oh, no, we can't honor this. So
well, you know who actually came up with the Broken Brilliance, right?
Yeah,
it was
Jeremy Borash, right?
JB and Matt Hardy.
JB and Matt Hardy. It was a collective thing, so you can't tell. And it's another thing too. And the biggest argument was it's an individual that's still living. So it's like saying, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna copyright, the president's name, and that's gonna be my property. When the fact of the matter is, his mom gave him his name, his dad gave him his name. Are you gonna go ahead and tell him no? That's my fucking name. You can't use that name because we put your name on a bunch of products. I don't think so.
Okay, if you want to do that, then WWE owns so many people.
That's right. That's true. They're like Disney when it comes to everything here. They're Disney, and all you motherfuckers are basically all these small companies trying to make movies, trying to buy them out. They can't. It's hard. It's hard to say. They're so rooted into everything. It's just like you really can't do anything.
It's also like you said, the people are still living.
Yeah, that's right. You really can't do nothing about that. So it's hard to say.
But perfect time to debut them will be at SummerSlam.
That would be phenomenal, especially in front of that in Brooklyn crowd.
The best wrestling talent ever.
That's right. Indeed. All the time. I mean, we also have, a lot of things are going on. Of course, we got SummerSlam weekend coming up. This Saturday, I think, they have an event, I think, for Progress Wrestling. In the Elmore Center, I think, something like that. It's somewhere in Queens.
I think it's in, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like Astoria, I think.
Yeah, and it's like it's right by Astoria, I think, and it's like basically they I think WWE announced at that event UK title will be defended by Pete Dunne, who I think is one of my fucking favorites right now, against Jack Gallagher. Yeah, against Jack Gallagher for the UK title, which should be interesting. So, we're to see that. That's gonna be this upcoming Saturday, and then after that it's gonna be SummerSlam, and then we go from there. But yeah. Getting pretty interesting with the RSM Wrestling Podcast. This is already the third year, and I think PW has been the third year, so.
Yeah. I think we came out around the same time.
Same time, yeah. We came around the same time, so, it's getting more and more interesting. The whole wrestling picture.
Here's the card. Mm-hmm. It's Pete Dunne versus Jack Gallagher. Mm-hmm. Walter versus Matt Riddle. Mm-hmm. Which should be a great match.
Definitely.
The BSS, which consists of Trent Seven and Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
Versus SPPT. Yeah. I don't know who they are. Yeah. Donovan Dijak is actually WWE. Fighting.
Yeah. Wow. WWE NXT cult. So I guess, that's probably going to be his last few dates. And then
Mark Andrews. Versus Matt Haskins.
Yeah.
Versus some other guy.
Wow.
Jessica Havoc is actually fighting a guy in a no disqualification match. Mm-hmm. And then Deonna Purrazzo.
Your girl, right?
Is fighting in a tag team match.
Really?
It's a pretty good card.
Pretty good card, yeah. Pretty interesting. I think that was it. I got tickets, I think, for that. I think I bought, about 2-3 months ago, I guess? I'm not sure. Probably way back. And, I was like, all right, you know what? Might as well. First event in Queens, might as well do it. And it's going to be pretty interesting to see that. It's like, wow,
You're going to it?
Most likely, yeah, I am, yeah. I got, what'd you call it? I don't know if you remember Mooney. You remember Mooney War?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that he got me tickets, so I was like, you know what, all right, fine, no problem. So I paid him back. He got tickets. He's like, I had an extra ticket. I was like, no problem. Let me come through. So I came through. I was like, no problem. So you might see a presence of RSN over there too. So if you happen to go to that event, see me, I'll definitely give you a shout out. But yeah, nonetheless,
pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty interesting. You're gonna see. Nonetheless, this is your RSN Wrestling Podcast.
This is Big Guy Rich.
Yeah, the mastermind right here, Sal. RS and RSN Wrestling Podcast right here.
And as you all know, Nick probably is saying bye right now.
Yep, you will see saying bye too. But of course, next shoot, we'll definitely try to get him on, and he'll update on the status of PWO and all that stuff. So definitely be sure to follow up.
Be sure to go check us out. Twitter.com/@RSN podcast. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and of course, ProWrestlingOpinion.com.
Definitely.
We're RSN. You're not. We're out.
That's right. We'll see you guys out.